The couple had always dreamed of owning a home, a place where they could start their new life together and create memories that would last a lifetime. They never could have imagined that their dream home would turn into a living nightmare. The couple's nights were filled with constant disturbances, from eerie whispers to objects being thrown across the room. The couple tried to talk to each other about what was happening, but their conversations always ended in arguments, and they began to feel isolated from one another. Despite their attempts to ignore it, the couple was tormented by the presence in the house. They couldn't escape the feeling that they were being watched and followed, and the once peaceful and comforting home was now filled with fear and dread. The paranormal investigator who the couple had reached out to uncover the true history of the house. It was revealed that the land had once been the site of a notorious mental hospital, where patients were subjected to inhumane treatments and were left to die without proper care. The spirits of these tormented patients had been trapped in the house, and they were seeking revenge on those who lived there. The investigator tried to perform a ritual to communicate with the spirits, hoping to find a way to free them from their torment. But it was too late. The spirits were too strong, and the couple was unable to escape their grasp. Over time, the house became known as the haunted house on the street, and rumors of the couple's disappearance began to spread. Some claimed to have seen their ghostly figures wandering the halls, still trapped in the house for all eternity. Years went by, and the house remained abandoned and untouched. But to this day, strange noises and whispers can still be heard coming from the house at night. People who dare to venture near it often report feeling a chill run down their spine, as if they are being watched by something or someone unseen. One night, a young couple decided to investigate the house for themselves. They had heard the stories and were curious about the strange occurrences that had taken place there. But as soon as they entered the house, they knew that they had made a terrible mistake. The couple was immediately overcome by a feeling of dread, and they could hear the whispers of the spirits all around them. They tried to leave, but the doors wouldn't budge, and the windows were sealed shut. The couple was trapped in the house, just like the couple before them. The next morning, the young couple was found lying on the floor of the haunted house, their eyes wide open, and fear still etched on their faces. They had suffered the same fate as the couple who had disappeared years before. No one knows what exactly happened to them, but their bodies were cold, and there was no sign of struggle. The authorities investigated the case, but they couldn't find any explanation for their sudden death. Some say that they were taken by the spirits of the tormented patients, while others believe that they were simply overwhelmed by the fear and dread that lingered in the haunted house. The house was eventually torn down, but the stories of the haunted house and the couples who had suffered there continued to be told for generations. People whispered about the horrors that had taken place in that once peaceful home and warned others not to venture near it. But there were still some who were drawn to the mystery and intrigued by the stories of the haunted house. They would often sneak into the abandoned lot, hoping to catch a glimpse of the ghostly figures or to feel the presence of the tormented spirits. But most returned empty-handed, shaken by the fear that seemed to linger in the air. As the years passed, the haunted house became nothing more than a legend, a story told to scare children on Halloween. But for those who had lived through the nightmare, the memories of the haunted house would stay with them forever. The spirits of the tormented patients, however, did not rest. They continued to roam the abandoned lot, seeking revenge on those who had wronged them in life. Their whispers could still be heard on quiet nights, and some claimed to have seen their ghostly figures wandering the property, still trapped in a cycle of anger and hatred. But despite the legends and the stories, the haunted house was eventually forgotten, a distant memory in the minds of those who had lived through it. And as time went on, the haunted house became nothing more than a footnote in history, a reminder of the horrors that had taken place in that once peaceful home. But for those who had suffered at the hands of the tormented spirits, the memories of the haunted house would remain with them for a lifetime. It was a reminder of the fear and the horror that they had lived through, and it was a warning to others never to venture too close to the haunted house. For it was said that those who did would never return,